Paygate Enterprise's DDMS module is a very simple to use but comprehensive way of ensuring compliance for your whole direct debit workflow. Simply go to the Collections tab, click on Create Payer, select the group. Here I've got one called Monthly Subscriptions DDMS, and enter the details. So you can choose a title, first name, which I'm going to type in here, and the last name. A reference, which is the DDI reference, so it's an important thing to get that correct. You can enter a telephone number at this stage. It's not mandatory, but it's always useful. And here the email address is actually a mandatory field, but I'm going to miss that out so you can see what a warning looks like. I'm going to type in an address. And a postcode. And then you go to the payment plan. You can choose one-off until a number of collections ongoing, or you can have ad hoc. Choose weekly, monthly, or annual. Select the first collection date. I'm going to select, I don't know, 5th of January. There you go, why not? And I'm going to select a regular collection amount, in this particular case, of £1,000. Select which day of the month I want it collected on. I'm going to choose the first. And you'll see the bank account holder's name is already filled in from the details above. I'm going to enter a sort code and account number that will fail validation, so you can see the validation step. And you can see it's failed modulus check. I'll just go in and correct that, and it should give me a nice green bar, which it has. When I click on Create Payer, you should see an error at the top that says email address is required. For this group, emails are a mandatory field, so I'll just go back in and add that. And then scroll down and just save the payer by clicking on Create Payer. Once you've done this, you can see at the top that the payer was successfully created, and you can search for your payer just by clicking on the Find Payer. Type in the surname in this case, click on Find Payer. You can see there's two here with the name Blogs. Click on the correct one. You can see all the information pertaining to that's already been saved, including the status. So you can change it to any status you wish, change the bank details. Anything that you change here will automatically trigger any appropriate notifications. You can type in notes here. So any notes that are pertinent to the payer. Click on Add Note, and it will save that for posterity. You can see the history of who's done what, and you can see that the lodgement, the 0N record has been created, and the alerts, and there aren't any in this case. Go back into the payment plan. I can click on View Collection Schedule, and it will show me the list of all of the queued up collections that are due for this particular person. See, the first one is a 01, and all the rest of them are 17s in this particular case. You can click on View Queued Messages. You can see there's a first collection notice that's ready to be queued to go out to email. Here you'll see your logo. You can see the name, the service user number, and all the other information that's pertinent to it. You can have a scanned in signature. Everything that is required for a compliant letter. You can also include, where required, the direct debit guarantee at the bottom of the letter, and of course the direct debit logo. The final part of this is the DDMS collections dashboard, where you can process your submissions ready to go to BACS. Here you can see there's 2 pending submissions, there's some Audis and some collections. I'm just going to choose the collections one in this case. I can type in a submission title, DDMS demo in this case, click on process submission, and the batch is then ready to go into the BACS workflow. You click on accept warnings and process submission if you're happy with the warnings. It's good that there's warnings here, it lets you know there's duplications. And then you can just ready to process your Audis as well. You click on the submission title and click on process submission. At which point the batches are in the BACS workflow exactly as you would have seen in the standard BACS process in Paygate Enterprise.